Welcome to the channel. This is the Kaldheim Commander series. Today we're doing Sarulf Realm Eater, Legendary Wolf. One colorless, one black, one green. Whenever another permanent an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarulf Realm Eater. This is a counter deck, mostly focused on getting counters and taking advantage of them. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if he has one or more +1/+1 counters, you can remove all of them and then exile all other non-land permanents with the converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of counters removed in this way. So he's a board-wiping, large, possibly large creature. Unfortunately, he's pretty much the only board wipe we can have in here because we can't just board wipe with him in play and then be able to get the counters, so we have to rely on the board wipe from Sarulf. For that reason, we don't have the normal mana stones that we might have with a big top end like this, because he'll just wipe them away whenever we need to clear the board. The other thing closest to a board wipe is Massacre Worm, which is good. It'll give Sarulf some counters in some games. It's pretty good with him. So we've got things to take advantage of counters like Hydra's Growth, Invigorating Surge. We want a couple of different ways to give him Trample, Pride Malkin. What were the other ones? There's two of them in the deck, so we'll get to that. We've got Vorinclex to double the counters. We've got lots of different counters to give. We want to draw some cards and be able to take advantage of being able to wipe away the goats if we want to. Let's see. Giving him Trample, destroying some stuff, sacrificing some creatures, giving him another counter, little things like that. So there's a lot of ways to destroy the opponent's board, some ways to sacrifice our own creatures and get value, and just lots and lots of counters. So let's go and get into a game. Coma. It's kind of a rough game. Alright. I'll go ahead and keep this. The Scourge is not that bad to just get out real quick. Oh, cancel. Oops. Not that quick. That's a second turn play. I was thinking of the Stonecoil Serpent. You can play it first turn if you need to. Probably go with Skyclave Shade then. Hydra's Growth isn't that bad for a Wildwood Serpent third turn if you can play it, so we could do that here. They probably can't deal with something that large that fast, so let's try it. And then give it Trample with Pride Malkin. We can give Pride Malkin its own counter, and then the Wildwood Scourge gets the extra counter anyway, because whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildwood Scourge. And they may just return it to our hand at this point, so let's not put the Hydra's Growth down yet. Could put Sarulf down. And we'll see if they have an answer this early in the game to it. They can't Brushwag, that's 4. Okay. We could start doubling the Pride Malkin, and then that gives the Wildwood Scourge counters every turn. Okay, cool. uh, then again, yeah. I, let's just see what they have. I haven't been too excited about putting Sarulf down yet because I didn't think that we'd be able to kill anything, but at this point it might be worthwhile to get him down before Rankle comes out. We can put Rankle down and then the next turn Skyclave Shade. Be able to sacrifice the Skyclave Shade and start making them sacrifice things. Be able to put the Skyclave Shade back in play every turn. This is a great engine right here for just to keep a deck under your control. One of my favorite combos in the deck. Don't think we need to put this land down yet, so might skip it, though Realm Eater with Skyclave Shade is pretty good. And we just have to wait until the next Skyclave Shade comes out. Wait until the next land, but then we have a land there, so we might as well just do it. And if it were me, I might consider double blocking the Wildwood Scourge and then trying to, I don't know, if I was playing Coma, I'd have something to return the Pride Malkin to hand. And that's the whole idea behind Wildwood Scourge, just getting insane value from Sarulf every time something dies. Alright, good first game. I don't really see a way out of it for him at this point. With blue-green usually, and 5 mana on board. Oops. Don't do that. I can't tell you how many times I've done that with Sarulf. At the beginning of the turn, it'll say take action, and I'm so used to other commanders, I'll just hit the space bar to get through it. And the take action is at the beginning of your upkeep. If it has one or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove them and exile each other non-land permanent with a converted mana cost X or less. So just you're going to want to decline automatically. Get used to playing this deck. Just always decline. Otherwise, you're going to destroy all of your good stuff. Grumgully. The Generous, right? Yeah, this is a really fun one, and it just wins the game by itself. So it's tempting to keep something like this. You just put it on Sarulf, and he gets out of control really quick. Oh no, I was thinking of this. The other one, it's a similar effect, though, but it only doubles once. Moss Viper's in because it's a pretty easy way to get a counter on Sarulf and kill one of the opponent's creatures. There aren't a lot of good early plays for a deck like this, so it really can help to just have something to run out and be ready for when Sarulf comes out. Maybe absorb a lightning bolt or something like that. Grumgully doesn't attack here, and he doesn't block, but just in case he does attack, that's going to stay open and ready. Now we can just send this over, and it doesn't get blocked either, but now that we're going to have a counter on Sarulf, Grumgully doesn't do anything. He doesn't even threaten. I like how he gives counters, though, to non-humans. He does not like humans. He's not very generous to everyone, is he? I should have put the Preserver down first. Put the counter on the Mist Robber. Decline. Let's see. He has one counter, and that would only kill our creature. Okay. Generally just get a forest with that. Let's see here. 5 mana. We do want that Wildborn Preserver to not get any bigger. Puts us up to a 5/5, so they'd have to block with both of their creatures, and then he comes back out with 5, so that's not too bad. That's only 2 to cast. And I suppose make it so they don't even want to block them. Yorn. You know nothing. This is a retry for game 3. Had to quit in the middle right as I got the board state where I wanted it. I think it would have been a pretty easy win from there, but this turns into a great hand if we get the black. Let's throw a game, see if we can win it. Alright. That's how you play Magic. This works pretty good with Wildborn Preserver. Whenever a non-human enters the battlefield, so you don't have to cast, you just enter the battlefield. See if we can pressure them early enough that they feel like they have to make some bad choices for their long-term game. Or not. They're just going to go for it. Put their hand right where they want it to be. See if the extinction event. Probably have Blood on the Snow and Extinction Event in their deck. Okay. I was hoping Sarulf would grow a little bit more this time. One of these two. Can hold back something like Moss Viper for a few turns. Missing that 3 damage is nothing compared to making the Wildborn Preserver bigger, but with a deck like this, they've definitely got spot removal and board wipes. This is the 3-color version too, so it's probably very control oriented. Technically have 6 mana for Garruk if it comes to that. Ah, good. That's what we wanted to see, a creature. Creature that we can Erebos. Probably won't do it next turn. We could get in 3 more damage, though. Let's see what we draw. Puts the Great Henge down a mana. Okay, do you have something else you can do? You're gonna fight my Preserver, the Blizzard Brawl. Okay. Wish we had 1 more mana out. We could stop that. Six. So if we didn't have that Erebos coming in, I would definitely want to play the Agadeems as a land so that we could Kogla without shocking next turn, but see what they play and then probably spike the Bergstrider. Might have been nice to do it while they had their mana closed, because they probably have something to protect creatures in the deck. I don't know if they have it in their hand, but probably in the deck. Garruk could be another good play next turn rather than the Henge or Kogla. So this is the perfect situation. As long as they can't counter this or do something about it, then this gets a counter on Sarulf, and Heartless Act is countered, and we kill their creature with 1 card, so 2 for 1 plus a counter. Plus 4 health. And down comes Yorn. I didn't want to do that. I mean, it's not a bad play, but it's just not what I was going for. Oh well, not a big deal. Kind of annoying. Say, kill Yorn. Otherwise, he's probably going to do something nasty with all that extra mana next turn. So, is it Kogla or Garruk? Let's do Kogla. Garruk's probably a better option here in some ways. Okay. Garruk might have been a better option because if they've got a board wipe, he doesn't get hit by it most likely. So it's, you know, do you want the power down on the board or not? But also, if we can keep him up and then get his ultimate ability, then that's better. Plus, this opens up Great Henge for next turn and Garruk. Okay, another Vivian. Okay, we can do this. It'll work. This is generally Death Touch. I mean, you can life link it, but for the same reason that this is Death Touch. in that you kind of want to be killing something of theirs with it, and the lifelink doesn't give us as much of an advantage in the game. If you need the health, though, it's a nice option to have. I don't think we have any other options here. It's a really good draw. Sack. I don't really feel like discarding or giving them a card, so let's just sack. They probably go after this rather than anything else, which is good because we don't have any mana open for the Ranger's Guile. I do want to keep that open. Okay, target. Decline. What do we have? Rankle? And scoop. Get some real early scoops with this deck when it comes down to a game like this. Probably don't turn that sideways. Okay. Let's see what they have in their hand. Oh, that's right, we can't. Of course. So this gets through. That's good. This can kill the Vorinclex with the Sarulf, which is where he probably blocks. Let's draw a card. So I don't think it's that bad to just do the 5 here and then kill Vorinclex. And we'll probably win with Garrick rather than putting Sarulf right back down. Blockers for days. You don't need a hinge. Just lets him get through. I mean, well, you'll see if you don't see what's happening already. Okay, well they quit. So if they block the 3/3, either way they have to block, and they die from the minus. Ubiquity with Rada. Yeah, let's try it. This looks pretty good. Creature destruction for days. Take Rada out twice, and then whatever they play on turn 2. We can get Sarulf out first, and then either Elspeth or... Oh, nothing. Okay. Let's see if they have any 3 damage. That's the one problem with him. We're going to see a lot of decks that can have a 3 damage spell. Alright, I saw some stick there. So they have some sort of instant in their hand. What does Rada run? Be a combat trick? Very unlikely that... Well, something's still sticking, so it is a 1 to cast. It could be a shock. Let's see if they decide to shock the Moss Viper. Probably hold on to it to try to do lethal. I mean, that's what their plan probably was. Hit Sarulf for 2 and then kill it with the shock. Oh, it was Infuriate. Okay. Or Infuriate. That's way deeper into the game, and I think we can keep their creatures under control, so... Let's not use that yet. Let's take a little bit of damage here, or get ready to play the Murderous Rider. Could have attacked and seen if they would want to block, but... I like to get his counters up as quick as possible. So we're competing against Terror of the Peaks, probably. Can feed that to the Swarm. Nope. 4/3. It's an instant, so we definitely want to try to use that as an instant. Let's keep the sorcery. Let's keep this available. Now that would be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, 10 damage. They're at 5. If it was lethal, of course we'd use it, but just right now, I'm going to hold off. Very tempting. Yeah, we don't want them to be able to cast 2 things next turn. I doubt that it would happen, but... That would have been 17 damage if we would have just done the Feed the Swarm first. It's not bad. It could have been better. Decline. Give Trample. Let's block something. Carter. That's a deck I've been working on. That's interesting. He's going up against Sarulf. Must mean he's got a pretty good version, or that Carter is better than I thought. I wonder if it's the Sacrifice version. That's the one I've been working on lately. We'll see. Keep with the Maze Mind Tome, but really creatures other than Sarulf. There's plenty of removal now. Remember, with Carter, they can force you to attack. I'll go ahead and get that out. Not sure I want to use it yet. Don't have a lot of plays for mid-game. I want to search for something, but it'd be nice to actually draw cards. If you can, try to get Sarulf down, of course, before you start playing your removal. Pretty sure that they kill him here. Now we've got double removal for a 5/5 hit next turn. Looking good. Could have just Rangers Guiled there. See if they go for it, and then block and kill their creature. It does give them 4 more health. And if they've got... Oh, they were tapped out, weren't they? Yeah. No answers to that right now. Oh, damn it. Just hit that button. Bam. So used to just going for it. See, had a perfect turn there, too. See if we can make a comeback here. That is not good. Worst thing you can do there. I mean, this just lets him take back over. You want to be able to control the game every step of the way. Sarulf does really well if you can keep the opponent on the back foot. They're always playing into your strategy. Once they get ahead a little bit, he's just... He doesn't do as well. Okay, that's going to force us to attack. Which means he probably doesn't attack with the Berserker here. Put this up to a 5/5 +1/+1. So a 6/6. Wish we could see if we got this land for Vorinclex. Hello. Is there something else you'd like to do? Okay, I think just so he doesn't double block, I think we need to keep that all closed and not use it on their turn, unfortunately. Yeah, that's pretty good. We do want the trampoline. It gives it just, it's an extra card we can draw with. So he probably thinks he can just block with the Rage Scarred Berserker, but might have Infuriate or any number of other things. Unfortunately, this doesn't give a counter, or else we play it first. Ugh. Awful. Such a waste. Who thought they'd play Valky right there? Man, they've got enough mana to play Tybalt and they play Valky? Might just have to let those counters go. Okay, Zareth Santa. I'm always surprised when I see this guy. Does not seem like the ideal commander. But last game was kind of a surprise scoop. Maybe they just didn't like that we could get the Vorinclex back and come back at them after they attacked. Probably not Heartless acting this turn. It would probably be next turn when they try to come in with the Zareth San. Oh, but no, they need 4 mana. Okay, so there's the creature. Oh, but you can't even cast. Yeah, we'll take the extra mana and a card. Sounds good. And you can't even cast him from the hand. He's still going to be 5. Could be worthwhile to put Grakmaw down. It's a 3/3. 2/2. At least he comes back after they kill him. And we can work on getting Grakmaw down. Just don't have a lot of creature destruction in this hand, so just wanted to get rid of one thing before we start putting the other creatures down. It'd be a great board to massacre. This might be a good play to push toward that worm. For next turn, it probably dies, but that's okay. As long as it's targeted, we can save it, and I think I probably would in this situation rather than save that for the Sarulf like normal. Doesn't kill the Thought Thief, but only got black mana open, so it's very unlikely that they have anything that they can do against this. Really do prefer to have Sarulf down when I do that, but all those extra cards with the Slither Wisp. Hoping that would be a land, but that's a good card at least. Leave 1 mana open for Ranger's Guile. They want to block here, that's fine. They don't. So suppose we'll do Grakmaw Heartless Act. They're probably going to use some cards to try to get through, and there's nothing in the graveyard that they could take, right? It's just creatures, a permanent. So they might try to go for this Binding the Old Gods and kill some creatures, so we'll see if they want to do that, and then Heartless Act. Really nice to have Sarulf down right now, but not much we can do. I'll take the extra card, sure. I'll use my Ranger's Guile for that. And this would be a great play for them because they get to destroy the Massacre Worm. Could Ranger's Guile there. Just Heartless Act. Clear the planning. Rather than playing Sarulf, we might just Invigorating Surge that, then Enge. We have that option. Good stuff. Thorn Mammoth, something out of the way. Erebos' Intervention. Wishes. That's pretty fun on Grakmaw if you can get it to stick. Don't want to feed the Swarm on that, so we'll take the chance to put this down. Yeah, we could use more removal in a match like this. This is 6 to mutate. I'm going to try to combo. That's kind of interesting. Alright, we're going to try Sarulf. See if we can get some +1/+1 counters on him before we go after their stuff. Looks like we can do that. Okay. 3 mana available. Lovely. That always Always feels bad. Been in that situation. Fabled Passage a few times. Now, why don't I have Fabled Passage in this deck? That's funny. Okay, I need to start killing a couple of things. One. Badly do I want that Goose dead. We could put him back up to a 6/6 on the attack, or a 5/5 on the attack. Yeah, let's just do it. Give him a chance to block. Should have just done it. There was no way they were blocking on that. Got 5 mana. Only need 1 more to be able to use the ability here. That's kind of hard to deal with. They probably can't kill Sarulf, and we get ahead this way. Plus we get to put a hinge out. Oh. Oh, because it only puts the 1 counter on right now. Yeah, that's right. We don't get the hinge out. And it's not quite as big as I wanted it to be. Ugh, I thought it was going to be a 7/7. I confused those 2 cards, unfortunately. That puts us way behind again. Well, we didn't have a better play. I mean, that wastes that card, but it's not like it's that bad. At least this doesn't die immediately. Tiny bit of a bonus. Next turn it'll be a little bit bigger. Great Hinge works really well with Wild Scourge. Oh, they get their first wish. Two +1/+1 counters. Erebos. Let's see, this is free. Let's just put it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can gain. We only need to do 4 damage to kill the Terror of the Peaks, so maybe putting the Scourge out is good. Gain the 3 health there, so that Luna doesn't kill next turn. As far as we know, that's not another... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only need to do a little bit of damage. Okay, let's put this out as a 2/2. As a 1/1. Gain every little bit of health we can. Oh, that screwed it up, didn't it? Damn it. I would have had to put it out as a 0-0 and then let it get its counter. Ah. No. Guess we have to put Gem Razor out then. Well, it might be a benefit in the long run because then we can kill the Aluna with the Erebos' intervention next turn. Maybe. We can get a 10-10. Does hurt. Oh. Or perhaps just Ugin for 5 and wipe the board and kill me. No? Alright. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we have to kill Aluna. And then go after Ugin. I think there's really a choice here. I suppose we can do it on their turn. No, yeah. Probably let that go. Two, 3, 7, 8, 9. No more goats next turn. Got 9 health and 3 cards out of that, so that's pretty good. Nice. If Sarulf could have been out doing that, all of that would have been perfect. Okay, so they probably let Ugin die. They've got almost lethal on board. Could draw a card. Let's draw a card with this. And this. Ranger's Guile's pretty nice. I don't think they do that. Considering it though, huh? Interesting. I doubt they take that block, yeah. 5. I guess the tome can come out. We don't rep any destruction there. They have 6, 11 damage on board, plus the ability to easily do 4 more, so it's likely game over. So that's 12, 13. Oh, okay. And plus 2. No, that's not that creature. Oh. Where do they get to copy that? What am I missing here? Why did they copy that? Huh. I don't know. What am I missing? Rogue shapeshift. Oh, it's just a glass pool mimic. Okay. Enough of your trolling. The odds a pretty good matchup. It can get out of hand though. I just start with that Skyclave Shade for the extra pressure rather than Boot Nipper. Boot Nipper is more useful later, and then if we have the Skyclave Shade going, we can get the Rankle out on the 4th turn, most likely. Sacrifice it and recur. At the time of this video, these were only available for a day for those who did every single possible quest. I'm still quite impressed with them. Just gonna play Sarulf out here in case they do decide to block. This makes it a little less likely that they'll block, but they probably wouldn't anyway. They could sack something next turn. Oh, okay. Not ideal. Got a couple things that can kill enchantments, though. Hello? You attacking? 4 for a 3/3. We can put out the Boot Nipper and make it worthwhile next turn, though. What are the chances they leave Rankle alive? Got 6, so we're getting close to Thorn Mammoth time. Not bad. There's the Thorn Mammoth. Get rid of that Ulsade. Heliod comes down next turn. So they don't block here. And if they do, that's a fine trade for me. Wipes the board. We can discard a card as long as I don't kill the Florahedron. That's 5, 6, no, 7. Okay. Don't really want them drawing cards. Linden. No, you didn't just do that. Ooh, that's painful. That's worth a scoop right there. Meow. Ouch. Just to reiterate, the protection that the Ulsade gives, protection from a color, works only for targeted effects. That didn't work because I wasn't targeting his effect. I was forcing him to sacrifice something. Maybe not him, I should say that player. They can't give protection and then expect that to work. It's the same for effects. So like I said, it only works for targeted effects, right? So if I was going to cast Heartless Act, it definitely works there. Since I'm not targeting their creature with my what's that rogue's name? Since I wasn't targeting their creature, they were targeting their creature. I was forcing them to sacrifice something. If I was tapping that creature to sacrifice a creature, then I would be targeting that creature with it, and that would work. There's nothing that I want to cast with the Wildwood Scourge this turn. But I do want to get the Preserver down. What I was trying to say was, if I could have cast the Wildwood Scourge and then tap the Jaspera Sentinel to tap that creature to make another mana, and since I can't cast anything for 1. Vorinclex, huh? Well, I guess I'll have to give them a card this turn if they attack. I'm not blocking. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, this comes down as a 1/1. And then a 2/2. Yeah, thank you. but they get to draw a card. So, not that nice. Kind of nice. Wow. Draw a card and deal damage. Draw a card, deal damage, put down a land. Okay. Means they get Vorinclex next turn. We need to keep mana open to murder it. We could all attack. Don't think that I want to block the Okaim, even though they're drawing massive amounts of cards. Nor could I kill it. I do want that. But if I attack, I don't get the murder. So... if they don't put it down, maybe just kill the Okaim. So much advantage there, that's unfortunate. I guess so. Beating me to death with that card, drawing extra every turn, really hurts. Just that. I'll be able to awaken that eventually. I would hate to make this trade, but I might just have to trade ours for theirs. So painful. They've gotten so much advantage out of that. I think we already lose. I can watch them kill the Vorinclex and not even lose the Okaim adversary. That would be hilarious. Something with Death Touch or... Oh, okay. Interesting. Not bad. I wonder if they blocked the Scourge. Yeah, that's fine. Not really looking forward to seeing Vorinclex again. This would come out with 0 counters, so that doesn't help, does it? I'll be able to see their hand next turn. Maybe I should have just blocked it. You know, maybe we'll have it come out anyway, just to give the Wildborn Preserver something to work off of. Then I lose. No. 2 into it. put 3 into it. 2. Just attack with the Jaspera. Yeah, maybe I should have just... Oh. Oh my. No, GG. Do that after the... Okay, this is 4. If I can find a murder, I can wipe the board next turn if I can live. I don't think so, though. 3. Getting rid of that does help. They've got plenty of mana to recast, though. I don't think that there's anything to do about this. Let's just take that action. Oh. Better than nothing, I suppose, right? That's game. I have to block both. Oh, okay. Unless they're going to take it down within range to kill, just for fun. So I have to block Worm to Vorinclex and Sarulf to Migratory Greathorn. Or not. Okay. Oh, what a tease. Okay. You lose life equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. So I could either kill myself there or kill myself there. $12-12. They're just rubbing it in, I think. They would have won, I think, if they would have just not been so aggressive about getting extra land with the Fertilite ability. Okay. Uh-huh. I can go up to 6. Okay, 1, 2. Oh. Thought that they'd put a bunch of counters on just for fun. all sorts of counters on that. They have not been aggressive yet, so they probably don't attack this turn. Even though it's an easy, obvious win. Really? Okay. Are they playing with me? I don't think that they're understanding that they already won if they would have just gone for it. 3 kills that, does not kill that. Have to do it though. $14. Oh, God. Too much. Can I attack with the Thorn Mammoth? I can, but then I lose Sarulf. Get to replay it. Let's see what he does. We'll go for the gold here. Ooh, that's a lot of health. See, this is only 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 6 plus 5 is 11. I think are there enough creatures? Oh, there certainly are enough to go past the Kogla point. Lots and lots and lots of health. The point of no Kogla. But I don't think they can get it up to 14. I'd have to lose the Thorn Mammoth and the Kogla. Okay, they decide not to keep going, which I think is a mistake. Would like to order it so Thorn Mammoth hits first, but oh, I can't. First, yes, because Kogla dies either way, but the Thorn Mammoth. Oh no, the Thorn Mammoth dies either way, but the Kogla does not have to die. Oh, first, I did it wrong. No, they both have to die. Yeah, actually no. If I want to kill that, there's no way to save. They've still got 10 mana, which are they not going to use? No, they will. They will. That was just a waste. They're going to gain a bunch of health, and I just lost 2 creatures. Okay, I don't understand this at all. Again. Why didn't it? Oh, I only had 1 mana available. Okay, now that makes sense. So that adds 1 going up to 5, and then doubles it going up to 7. 8 if I need. Got enough land yet. Or are they hoping that I tap out and then they can, I don't know, kill me, I guess? They want this to go off? Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe lifelink would be kind of nice there, I suppose. They have nothing in their hand to kill me with. So I'm assuming I can get away with this. This just comes down as a creature. What's it up to now? That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen anyone cast a Vorinclex, much less any other commander, that many times. 14 more next time, so it would have been 20 to cast, and they had it. Oh, they would have had it with 1 more land. Incredible. Alright, back for the wrap-up. If you like a good +1/+1 counter deck, this is for you. It's a good one. It was a lot of fun. I think we lost 1 game just straight up. 2 if you count the one I had to leave halfway through that I think I would have won anyway. And then 3 if you want to count that last game where there was a lot of misplays by the opponent. But really only that 1 game that was lost. You can pretty much count on there being some misplays in Brawl. So good stuff. I think we saw pretty much all the connections between cards that I wanted to mention in all those. So not much to say. We didn't get Pelokronos out, but it doesn't do anything different than you'd expect in a normal counter deck. Works a lot like Grakma would by, you know, doubling the counters or doubling the counters multiple times or or all that stuff. So yeah, enjoy the deck. Good luck. Have fun.